So, we're gonna talk about pride today, but I just want to give you a forewarning that I took some tea, well, I drank some tea that is supposed to help our allergies, so I'm a little bit uh, sniffly, and yeah. So, Mark 7, chapter 7, verse 20 through 23. 20, and he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man. And then 21, for from within, out of the heart of the man, proceed evil thoughts, adulterers, fornications, murderers. 23, thefts, cowardice, wickedness, deceit, lavishness, an evil eye, pride, foolishness. And then 23, all these things come from within and defile the man. So they're saying that out of the heart of men, so me, you, if you're a person that out of their heart is evil thoughts, adulteries, which means a man that has illicit intercourse with a married or betrothed woman, and then fornication, which means two unmarried individuals engaging in sexual activities, and then they're murderers, which means they, in nature, also have the thoughts of murder, which is killing other people, and then thefts, which is stealing, and then covetousness means a strong desire after the possessions of worldly things. So that means they want for stuff, like people that are like, I only want a Ferrari, I only want to make $1,000, or maybe like $1,000,000, or and then wickedness, which is doing evil. Deceit is lying. Lavishness is reflecting or producing sexual desire or behavior, especially that is considered indecent or obscene, which means like in if you watch music videos or like look at secular music, like the people that turn around and shake their bum bum, that's what that type of behavior is. And an evil eye, which is envious or covetous. So envious is like, if you ever seen Once Upon a Time, where Regina is like in the first couple seasons, she would talk about Snow White and be like, Snow White has more than me, Snow White has this, she has that. That's like envious behavior, which is why she turned green. And blasphemy means speaking evil of God. And then so like if people say like rude things about God, about his character, that's speaking evil of God. Pride, which means a self-respect or improper and excessive self-esteem known as conceit or arrogance. So like I feel like classism is like that, when people are like, yeah, I'm better than him, I'm smarter than them, I'm amazing. That's pride when it's inflated. But like there's a difference between confidence, but I don't mean confidence, I mean ego and pride. And foolishness, a fool is one who rebelled against God. So like you could think of so like a person that rebels against God. So like if God tells you, maybe you shouldn't be drinking that much, or drink in moderation, and then someone decides not to and decides to get blackout drunk, that would be a fool, because they've been warned and they rebelled. So, and then the last part. So all of those things come from within and defile a man, and that's also a man's nature. That's what it's saying. Romans 11 through 18 through 21. 18, boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. 19, thou wouldst say then, the branches were broken off that I might be grafted in. 20. Well, because of the unbelief they were broken off, and thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. 21. For if the Lord spareth not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee. So these people are they're talking about branches, and they're talking about I'm trying to break this down so you guys can get what I mean. It's like if you have a tree, the branches on the tree do break off, and they're boasting about things that don't have any long-standing roots, and they don't have any weight, they don't have any presence, whereas roots, you know, they're rooted, they're not gonna move, they're gonna stay in the same place, and they're gonna be stable. And it is saying because God doesn't spare the natural branches, he's not going to spare the people, because they're putting their hope in stuff that's not going to help them, and it's not going to put them in a place to grow anything good. Excuse me. So yeah. So like if you decide that you want to put your trust in God, and you say this is the root of my life, you know, you're going to develop in a way that, you know, there's going to be several branches that develop off your life, because you have something that you're rooted in that has a strong foundation. Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. So being arrogant, being excessively having an excessive high self-esteem or conceitful will go before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. So like the same thing with the ego and the excessive, like, yeah, that was me, that goes before a fall. James 4:10. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. So it's saying, like, if you humble yourself, if you're like, God, I am nothing because I'm nothing without you, that's humbling yourself in front of God. They're saying if you do that, he'll lift you up. That doesn't mean that you go out and say, I bought a donkey, or I bought a farm, and I'm the greatest ever. You know, that doesn't get you to be lifted up. That gets you to just talk, honestly. So they're saying if you humble yourself in front of God, then God lifts you up, and he's gonna elevate you. Proverbs 13-10. Well, chapter 13, verse 10. Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well-advised is wisdom. So contention means a point advanced or maintained in a debate or argument. So pride comes with a debate or an argument. Which, if you've ever met people that are prideful, they are very argumentative, and they want to argue about why they're the greatest, and not hear anything else. So, but if a person is well advised, there is wisdom. So the person that, you know, listens to advice, and they have wisdom. And then Proverbs chapter 18, verse 12. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. So Haughty, by the way, is defined as they consider themselves above others and ultimately above God. So, yeah. So before destruction, the heart of man is haughty. So a person that considers themselves above everybody else and just knows everything, including more than God, you know, uh, destruction. And then with honor is humility. So saying, I am um, not as awesome as I thought it was, honestly, is is the way to go. um, you really have to figure out how to humble yourself. You have to think about like, what is it that I can do that can change everything? And when you kind of accept that, and you kind of think of like, man, I really need help, that really creates humility. And Proverbs chapter 21 verse 24, proud and haughty scorner is his name, who dealeth in proud wrath. So thinking you're the best ever and being proud and being like, this is mine, this is everybody, this is me, this is all that, they deal in proud wrath. They're proudly angry, and it's not gonna help you. So I hope this helped you guys in some way, and I hope that it shedded a light on pride and how it really doesn't help you out. And I had to deal with my own pride and humble myself, before God, and humble myself to be able to even consider just being a better person, because I think I had a lot of pride about intellect at one point. I thought I knew a lot, and then I realized I don't know as much as I thought I did, and I had to check myself because I was arrogant and I was rude, and I would just look at people and be like, that person's a moron, and that's not nice. Because just because someone doesn't know anything doesn't mean they're a moron. It just means that they don't know what you know, and that's all right. I don't know tons of stuff. Everyone's all in their own path, and if someone doesn't know something, that doesn't mean they're like a dum-dum. It just means they don't know, and it doesn't make you better than them. It just means that they're at a different place than you are, and that if you know something, that you can take the time and just be like, hey, don't do that. That's not all right, because it's going to lead you to destruction and to a sad, sad life. So just take that into account.